From the OUTV Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, California, this is Brief News Brief, a brief look at today's trending news topics, proudly combating the thought police since 2016. Here's your host, James Heaney.
I'm James Heaney, and this is your Brief News Briefing. And there's something big going on in the world of politics. I've heard a lot of people call it the news junkies' Burning Man, but I don't think so. I think it's more like the news junkies' Ozfest, because it takes just one man to put us on the crazy train. All aboard the crazy train. I don't know if that's how there's a song by Ozzy like that, right? I'm not crazy, am I? Maybe I am. I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. We've come to expect great performances during our Ozfest of politics. Last year, we got to hear Donald Trump throw out slangs like Little Rocket Man, and almost adolescent-like name-calling was going on. It was not what you'd consider a gathering of intellectuals if you were just quoting Donald Trump. Nonetheless, this year we got a brand new performance, bringing out some great hits that worked in other crowds, but not so much in this crowd. Donald Trump was saying at the end of his speech, kind of wrapped up his speech with, in the less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished almost more than any other administration in the history of our country. To which the UN General Assembly laughed at him. It's like, it's a great magic trick to say, I've got your nose, to a child using your thumb to pantomime having their nose. But if you try to do that in a room full of adults in Vegas, they're not gonna fall for your tricks. So you got to keep in mind, what kind of education level does your crowd have? Because that laughter, I don't think was expected. Maybe it was all a joke. Maybe that whole line was a joke, because afterwards Donald Trump responded, I didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay. Is it okay? Because the reason they're laughing is because you're telling them freaking lies. Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination is blinking out of existence faster than a hero at the wrong end of an infinity gauntlet. Scandal after scandal are coming to light as he battles to keep his hopes of high office alive. With his wife Ashley by his side, Kavanaugh took his plea to the viewers of Fox News, which I'm not sure that they're the ones he needed to be pleading to, desperately trying to seize control of his own defense against allegations of inappropriate sexual conduct that are threatening to overwhelm his hopes of joining the bench. First, there was one woman, a highly accomplished academic professor. Now there's a second accuser claiming something slightly different, that he pulled out his manhood and put it on full display for her. Many of his old friends from high school and college remember his heavy drinking and belligerent behavior. Now there are sexual innuendos being found in his yearbook, and of him bragging about being in some sort of a club where him and his friends had sex with the same woman as a sort of bro-brag slut shame. Furthermore, attorney Michael Aviante is expected to come forward today or tomorrow with yet another accuser. Aviante claims to have significant evidence that Kavanaugh and a friend from high school participated in targeting women at house parties with alcohol and drugs. How can pushing this man through possibly be worth it? The GOP must have dozens of suitable qualified nominees that could sit in the Supreme Court, so why is this man worth all of the drama? Maybe there's a reason that Neil Gorsuch didn't have women coming forward claiming that they had sexually assaulted them during his confirmation hearings. Why do you think that would be? Well, maybe it's because this nominee of Trump didn't have a history of mistreating women. Kavanaugh, meet the burn pile. You're done here. Bye-bye. Drama hit the Notebook level on the scale from Waiting for Godot to Steel Magnolias this week. It all started in the aftermath of the New York Times article that was published on Friday. The article claimed that Deputy Attorney General Rob Rosenstein wanted to secretly tape himself with the president and possibly invoke the 25th Amendment, forcing Trump out of the office. Then the pandemonium began. Will Trump fire Rosenstein? If he fires Rosenstein, what will happen to the Mueller investigation? Are we on the verge of a constitutional crisis? Is this the Friday Night Massacre? Is the world falling apart and burning down? Rosenstein headed to the White House on Monday morning, ready to resign, and convinced, wrongly so it turns out, that President Trump was about to fire him. By the afternoon, Mr. Rosenstein was back at his Pennsylvania Avenue office, 7 blocks away, still employed as the second in command at the Justice Department, and for the time being at least, still in charge of the Russia investigation. The White House said President Donald Trump will meet with Rosenstein on Thursday. So what's going to happen on Thursday? Will it be the Thursday Night Massacre? All this is just a big goddamn distraction, isn't it? Because I'm distracted. Are you? Instagram's 2 original founders, who continued to work on the app since it was acquired by Facebook 6 years ago, have announced that they are leaving Facebook to work on something new. The pair have reportedly grown increasingly frustrated at Facebook's failing to deliver on the promise to let Kevin and Mike, that's them, continue to operate Insta as an independent entity. Big Brother has got them down. They quit in a blog post. Facebook bought Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion. The photo-sharing app has over 1 billion active monthly users and has grown by adding features such as messaging and short videos. In 2016, it added the ability to post slideshows that disappear in 24 hours. That mimicked the Stories feature of Snap Inc., Snapchat. Where will the tech developers go now? What will they do? What new app will they come up with to follow up with Insta?